Let's talk about COVID. The people who run the NHS say it's too soon to scrap mandatory self-isolation for people who test positive for COVID and to scrap free COVID tests. Why are you ignoring them?
I think it's very important that we should remain careful, and we're certainly not asking people to throw caution to the winds. COVID remains, a dangerous disease, particularly if you haven't been vaccinated, and particularly if you're vulnerable. So please, everybody, there are still people who haven't been properly vaccinated. There's still people who haven't had their booster. Huge numbers have, but there are still people who haven't. So there is no case for complacency about this. But we've now reached a stage, thanks to the efficacy of the vaccine rollout, particularly the booster rollout, which we did voluntarily, by the way. If you compare most other European countries, it was amazing what the British people did. We've reached a stage where we think you can shift the balance away from state mandation, away from banning certain courses of action, compelling certain courses of action, in favour of encouraging personal responsibility.
Is there a danger, is there a risk that we lose the early warning signs by getting rid of free testing?
I want to make sure that we have capability to spot stuff and to snap back up as fast as we
What does that mean, capability?
I think we need resilience, but we don't need to keep, for instance, on testing, we don't need to keep spending at a rate of £2 billion a month, which is what we were doing in January.
But how are we going to spot it if we're not testing?
Because we will be testing at a much lower level, but I'm afraid what we can't do is continue with as the number of cases diminishes, and certainly the number of patients in hospital is thankfully coming down now. The number of cases in ICU certainly way down. We're in a different world.
Do you rule out ever having?
And I think it is important that people should feel confident again, and that people should feel able to go back to work in the normal way. I do want to see our country really getting back on its feet, and the economic figures, as I said to you, are very encouraging. That's what we want, and we want the country. Plenty of businesses are investing. Plenty of international businesses are investing massively in the UK. I'm not saying that we should throw caution to the winds, but now's the moment for everybody to get their confidence back.